This is completely winning. Queen to e7 was played. This is one thing. Again, what I'm about to do is called a discovered attack. My queen is on the same line as his king. Once I move my rook, his queen is going to be under attack. There's two options that I have. I could play rook d7 and I could play rook e5. If I play rook d7 check, he blocks with the bishop. I take the queen. He takes my queen. I take his bishop. I'm ahead by a bishop. But if I play rook to e5 check, I win the queen because now if he blocks with the queen, bishop to c4 pins the queen. And if he blocks with the bishop, my rook takes the bishop, which it wins the bishop, but I think it's better than just winning the bishop and trading the queen. So let's play rook to e5, moving the rook out the way. Again, it comes with a check. This is called the discovered attack. Once he reacts to the check, we grab the queen and we just win the game. He decided to block with the queen, thinking he's not going to be losing the queen. But as we spoke about, bishop to c4 pins the queen because the queen and the king is on the same line. Best he could do is just take my rook off the board. But I'm okay, let me think. If he takes my rook, I don't immediately take the queen. I play knight g5 and attack the queen. And then I'm just going to be winning. So he took on e5, and as we discussed, remember that the threat is better than the execution. No need to rush to take the queen. We're going to play the move knight g5, applying more pressure to his queen. Now we're going to invite him to take our queen, and then we're going to be taking on c4 with check. So he took on c4. Let's take with check, and then I'm going to be checking his king. And he could also be getting a very nasty smothered mate here. Now that the king moves over, we're actually going to be setting up a smothered mate. Now, if I play knight to f7 check and the rook takes on f7, then I'm just going to be taking the rook. But, and this is a pattern that you guys need to keep in mind. If I play knight f7 and the king goes over to g8, I play knight h6 check, forcing the king to move to h8, and then queen to g8, sacking the queen. The rook takes on g8, which smothered the king, and then knight f7 leads to a checkmate. So let's hit him with knight to f7 check. Again, if he takes, then we take the rook and then we're just winning the game. My fellow viewers, he decided to play king to g8. Please ensure that you're paying attention to this. This is called a smothered mate. This will be your favorite checkmate to do. We play knight h6 and it's a double check. Like, it doesn't matter where you're from or what's your culture. This will be your favorite checkmate. He moves the king over to h8. Now we play queen to g8, sacrificing the queen, smothering his king once the rook takes. And then once the rook takes, knight f7 is just a checkmate.